For Henderson. On the court for Denver. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Hayden Watson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Brown in at the three.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Murray. And it's Portland with a rebound. And going against Denver, their first meeting on the year. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, every team in the league is looking for a long athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Guys?
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And here's Brown. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
A nifty play off the dribble. Creates barely enough space to get off the shot.
Trailblazers lead by 15. Lillard outside. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
The Nuggets have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, VA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
Free throw drops for Valanciunas.
More of a traditional center. Jonas Valanciunas can dominate the glass and capable of a double-double on any given night.
Williams is checked in for Portland. Sharp comes in for Connect. And then for Denver, Jokic is checked in for Watson. Johnson comes in for Brown. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Brown.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Valanciunas passes to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Launches it. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Portland. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
And there's a minute 45 left in the second period. Outside Hardaway. Outside Johnson. Here's Jokic. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Great D that time from Kamara. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
EA, no problem. Always glad to join. I got to go. I got to get to this new one.
That's what things to do. Always a pleasure to have Shams drop in. He knows everything that's going on in the league.
Well, he's really connected, and he has great instincts. It's almost like he can sniff out a story better than anyone.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Trailblazers making a switch here. Grant's checked in. And then for Denver, Aaron Gordon comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Brown subbed in for Murray. .105 left to play in the half. Outside Brown. Back to Gordon. Lillard against Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Will it go? And again, Denver no good.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Pass to Kamara. Lillard against Hardaway. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Brown. The Nuggets with another miss.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Lillard looking around. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at 0, great awareness on his part.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Trailblazers out in front, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey everybody, Shaq, do you know what time it is? Nope. It's time to check out the early season NBA Power Rankings. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points early or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kitty?
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Nuggets.
They have to be better offensively. Shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
Stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Yeah, when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
We've got Damian Lillard, Toumani Camara out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Robert Williams, and it's Holiday in a 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Lillard. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Puts up a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Murray passes to Jokic. And he gets that one.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Nice move. Yet another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole...
Oh, my goodness!
Wow! Oh, wow. What a dangerous move on that drive. I mean, When Dame is coming in strong, it is so tough to stop him.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Outside Hardaway. Murray, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Jokic. Over Williams. And it's Portland with a rebound.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. On target from range. Lillard's got 55.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Murray. Can they get it? Count it. Good. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Lillard. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Murray. The 3-ball. Knocks it down from distance. Murray's got 9.
Yeah, defensively, the last thing you want is for Murray to get hot from beyond the arc.
Lillard outside. And good! There's another! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Murray finds Gordon. Now here's Jokic. And he's going for the oop here. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
Portland has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Oh, connects again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, Murray passes to Gordon. Here's Johnson. Here's Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. From outside, off the mark.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
The 3, here's Lillard, and again for 3.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. Murray passes to Johnson. Now here's Hardaway. He's covered by Holiday. Murray from outside. It's rebounded by Grant. Grant's got 5 rebounds in the game. Lillard up top. Non-stop scoring machine right here. That one goes. Count it.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Now here's Murray. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Here's Lillard. Another one falls. Amazing.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Murray for 3. Here's Jokic. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Trailblazers out in front, running away with this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Portland Trailblazers here at Moda Center. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Reeves in its shooting guard. James is the small forward. Andre Ayton out there with Avdia. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And for Portland, we've got Williams. Jeremy Grant is out there with Tamani Kamara. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Wow, with all the player movement this offseason, Coach, some teams are clearly still trying to build their chemistry.
Yeah, Kevin, but what's tough is you've still got to try to win games while you're building that chemistry, and that can be a tough balance. It takes time, which is why some organizations prioritize continuity. That's a very difficult play to make. Lillard feeling the contact and powering through.
Reeves can't hit. For Portland, they won their last contest. Oh, look at that!
Oh! Is Dame trying to get in the dunk contest? Looked like it on that incredible finish.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Here's James. Portland making their last shot. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Ayton. Rebound by Williams.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
And you talk about the rise of three-point shooting, Coach. Damian Lillard has been at the vanguard.
Yeah, I think what Damian Lillard has done, he's been one of the guys, one of the few guys in this league who changed what we think about three-point shooting. Because of his range, he shoots it from deeper than we're used to with most anyone else. And he shoots it off the dribble more than he shoots it off the catch. Damian Lillard's one of the guys who has changed the NBA.
Now here's James. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. Doesn't go for him.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Lillard with no one around. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Damian Lillard.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Reeves outside. LeBron a screen on Holiday. Outside, James. 6 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And here's Doncic from the arc. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. We talked about the always daunting prospect of slowing down LeBron James. He told me, quote, as dangerous a scorer as LeBron is, we can't devote too much attention to him because he knows how to use his teammates. If we overplay him, he'll pick us apart with his passing. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Instead, offensively, clearly where the Blazers have the most room for growth.
Well, Kevin, better shooting and playmaking first and foremost. But in particular, improving their rates of assists and turnovers will be key.
And the Lakers with possession here after the Trailblazers pick up 2. No one near James as he lets it go. Buries it from three-point range.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
LeBron outside. Here's Doncic. Inside. Holiday with the block.
Well, Holiday is a phenomenal defender. A point guard who can block your shot if you're not careful.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Al Horford is checked in for 8. And Smart subbed in for Austin Reeves. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. James, the pass to Horford. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard surveying the D. Over Smart. Outside Williams. Three-pointer Lillard. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Outside Avdia. And the Lakers with another miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Lakers trail by 18. Smart passes to James. Shoots over Kamara. And it's James missing.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. For the 3. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10. Double-digit perfection.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Pass to Doncic to stop the run, and it's good on the way in.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And he hits the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Blazers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is
Smart with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. Horford sets a screen for Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers leading by 20. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Lakers are trying to maximize what LeBron James has left in the tank. Coach J.J. Redick said, when you get to coach one of the greatest players ever, you take a lot of joy and pride and excitement in that. And it's my job to help him in these last few innings of his career. Guys, back to you.
A rare opportunity indeed. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Reeves finds Horford. Here's Smart. There's the three. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And when you watch Kamara, Coach, what stands out to you the most?
well. Look, I think what stands out the most is his athletic ability and his energy. Those things he brings every night, and he gets a lot done with those. And then his skills just continue to improve. And as they do, the sky's the limit.
And Hachimura with a clear path to the rack. And Lillard throws it down.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Here's Smart. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Nailed from three-point land. Laravia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Well, that quickness from Lillard is still there, guys. Plus, he can finish it, too.
A minute 42 left here in the second. Holiday against Reeves. Takes the 3. Here's Horford. Stand hard to figure, right? Here's a guy pushing 40 years of age. Al Horford looks as good as ever.
Oh, he sure does, Kevin. He reminds me of me and you. Guys that just seem to be a lot younger than they really are. And Al's still getting it done every single night in this league. It's a testament to his discipline and his professionalism.
And he makes the first. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, we saw a transformation with Luka over the summer as he committed himself to getting into the best shape of his life. And a much leaner Luka started showing up in late July, shortly after he recruited Marcus Smart to the Lakers. No doubt about it, guys. Luka has something to prove this season in a big way.
You got it, making the commitment. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Lillard finds Kamara. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 41.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Austin Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Damian Lillard is second.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. James, the pass to Reeves. Avdia with it, working on Grant. Avdia can't hit. Portland's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Good on the three-point shots.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Reeves, guarded by Holiday. Avdia tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Lillard. He's got 44. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And they get it. Portland grabs the miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Fires from deep. He got it again. Sensational.
And it's hard to believe how many times he's lit up the scoreboard like this over the years.
He's coming very close to tying the mark for 4th most 50-point games in NBA history. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Portland out in front, running away with this one. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Get ready for the Pocket Light Arena Entertainment.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Portland Trail Blazers. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Lakers.
They say live by the 3, die by the 3. Right now, they are on life support.
Agreed. They're shooting their way right out of this.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reed. Avdia out there with Ayton. And it's James in at the small forward. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Doncic, no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, what Luka Doncic does with the ball in his hands is never predetermined. He said, quote, "I just see what the defense gives me. It's never the same decision. It's a lot of factors. You've got to look at who's guarding you, if the shot's going in or not. There's a lot to think about and then decide. Back to you."
He keeps them guessing. Allie, we thank you very much. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. And the three ball is good. Doncic has got his third basket of the night right there.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Three-pointer, and yep, another basket.
And 60 points becoming a walk in the park for him this season. Incredible.
And guys, he's inching up on second place in most 60-point games in a season. Oh, with the way he's been scoring, that is very much now in reach for him.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Puts up a deep three, and again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Shot clock at 6. James a screen on Grant. Avdia can't hit.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Lillard from outside. Good. Another from three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Here's Doncic. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got 9.
And once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
1:39 left in the third. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade. And again for three.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. And the Lakers call time here. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Klingin, he's checked in for Williams. Hachimura comes in for Jeremy Grant. Jaden Sharp's checked in for Tamani Kamara. And Henderson subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for DeAndre. Vanderbilt comes in for Avdia. Jake LaRavia is checked in for LeBron. And Smart subbed in for Luka Doncic. The Trailblazers have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Klingin at the elbow. Back to Lillard. Driving the lane. Yet another bucket.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss.
73. What a number. Tying Wilt, Doncic, and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game.
Here's Horford. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
At this point of his career, Horford is primarily a floor spacer. But Big Al can still get it done in.
And good. He hits it again.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Trailblazers as they wrap up the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
And it's Smart with the ball for a while. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Warriors, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
You know, right now for Portland, they're the best team in the league. No surprise at all. I mean, they have the talent. They will be a factor in the title race.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And for Portland, Jeremy Grant out there with Toumani Camara. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then there's Damian Lillard. And it's Williams in at the 5 spot. And SGA throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. The quickness of SGA, the burst. It's like a blur.
Well, Doris, when it comes to the mid-range game, is anyone better than SGA?
Boy, when you think of the all-time efficient greats, Kevin Durant comes to mind. But SGA is carving out that kind of career. You can post him from the mid-range. His handle gets him to the spots on the floor he wants. He wears that area of the floor out.
Here's SGA. That one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket.
I tell you, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting it done inside. So crafty with his footwork and ability to get shots.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
For 3, here's Lillard. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
Just a big-time answer from Lillard. He competes as hard as anyone in this league.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. SGA finds Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Lillard from behind the arc. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
You cannot let Dame get good looks, especially from the corner.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And it's Holmgren missing. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And BA can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Here's Williams. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. there's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team grid.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, "You can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot." Back to you, Brian.
The sky is the limit for him. All right, Allie, thank you. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. Here's Williams. Kamara covering. Pass to SGA. There's the screen. Fires from the wing. Buries the jump shot. SGA's got 9.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
An exciting young team. All right, Shams, thank you. So it's Oklahoma City now, following the three-point basket by Portland. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai? Creating a bucket. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Lillard looking around. Pass to Kamara. Back to Lillard. Oh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Williams to the inside. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Lillard outside. He takes it in. And the dunk by Lillard.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Thunder trail by 7. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Playing the Clippers, he was nearly unstoppable.
We have seen this over and over and over again. SGA with the and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Now here's Lillard. Got it up. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And so it's Portland, closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the off? So for the Blazers, Kamara, he's checked in for Connect. Holiday comes in for Sharp. And Lillard subbed in for Henderson. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
We've got Damian Lillard. Rui Hachimura is out there with Tamani Kamara. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Klingon in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now hammers it home.
So nice. Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder, trailing by 5. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
Last year shows that having a better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
For Portland, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. A nice shot by Lillard.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Thunder trail by 8. Williams looking around. Six to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Joe misses. Portland leading by 8. Pass to Lillard. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes. Oh, hey, how about that?
The defense gets cut to shreds by Lillard on the drive. He's just so quick and agile.
The Thunder have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Wallace. Counted from distance. Wallace has got 5 points in the quarter.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
The 3, here's Lillard. Another 3 for Portland.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Williams with it. Kamara on it. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
No better person to answer a big-time 3. Mr. Isaiah Joe, have at it.
And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court. He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
So Mark Degno will call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Williams checked in for Portland. Jeremy Grant comes in for Hachimura. And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. Number 1, the Thunder.
Well, last year, they were tremendous at the line. A very fundamentally sound team shooting-wise.
Thunder trail by 10. They set the pick. Williams finds Williams. Outside, Williams. No good on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Lillard right side. And he lobs it up. Oh, hello. Time Lord with the oop.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Left side, Williams. And it's rejected.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
On the fast break, Lillard's quickness makes him almost unstoppable. Just beating the D up the floor.
Thunder trail by 14. Now Wallace. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And we finished off one half of play. Portland ahead, up by 15. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Good to see you, and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You can do everything else, but if you don't take care of the boards, you're, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Your goose is cooked? You're in hot water? Any of those?
Where were you born, Ernie?
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
And taking a look at the Trailblazers, they're facing a team with similar aspirations. Good measuring stick game for them.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about...
Oh, that's something else,
I mean, just
man!
Beautiful. And get up, Dame. Mr. Lillard taking flight.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. So it's Oklahoma City now. 17-point game. Here's SGA. Look at Shea playing big inside.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Yeah, it's not easy to try to knock Lillard off his equilibrium. So talented at scoring on the drive.
Outside, Williams. Lets a floater go. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Kamara. Hits yet again. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. The three is up. Portland with a rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. Lillard outside. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Lillard's got 53 points.
Great play calling, great execution. Leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on top.
For him, it was a season to remember, and I think his fans would say the same.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Holmgren deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. To end the run, Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, this is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
Norris from the 11th pick in 2018, the last year's league MVP. How did Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make that kind of leap?
Well, you don't get there without incredible work habits. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts time in the offseason to grow every single aspect of his game. There's also maturity he plays with beyond his years. You can't speed him up. He's a 3-level scorer, and he contributes to one of the most dangerous defenses in the league. There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Lillard against SGA. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Free throw good. Lillard.
Yeah, I think something that doesn't get appreciated enough is Lillard's patience. But he's not one to rush things or look for easy outs. He knows it takes hard work to succeed. This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And so Lillard will bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers. Well, when this one's done, they'll be off to Miami, taking on the Heat. That kicks off a 5-game road trip to the club. The three, and yes, another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
The Thunder have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Back to SGA. Hartenstein with a screen on Lillard. From the top of the key, and it's Oklahoma City with another.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Here's Lillard. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Dort for 3. Portland with a rebound. Takes a 3, and it's Lillard. That time on the assist from Holiday.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day.
Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Boy, that was his shot to miss. This guy's a terrific mid-range shooter.
For 3 here. Good! Another from 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Here's SGA. That one's off. Still out of sync. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for the Portland Trailblazers. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. We'll be right back with you shortly. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has... So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Damian Lillard.